All right, guys. Just wanted to hop on here right before I head out for Saturday night. And the reason why, if you're watching this, okay, if you guys go back to my old videos, I have a lot of videos where I went live back in like 2017 when I was just getting into the game. Right now, we're reaching about a decade, 10 years later, right? So about 8 years later, I am still, so I'm hopping back on, right? What has changed in life? Even if you go back to my lives, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, kind of same situation. I was just getting into the business and trying to make a name for myself. Now, present moment, I have now transitioned out of the business that I was currently in. And my financial life has changed, right? So if you're watching this, my financial situation has completely changed in 1 year. 1 year. And the reason why I'm recording this is that I used to think, after being in the game for about 7 years, right? I started 2020, but really before that. So 2020 to 2024, I didn't make any money, right? I didn't make any money. I was showing up every single day. I worked so much. I worked 12-hour days at least every day. And it wasn't only until 2024 where I finally started to make things work. And I'm not saying it's to take you 7 years to win, right? To actually start seeing money. But in March, it took me 1 year. So March of 2024 to March of now, I saved 100 grand in my bank account. And when I tell you guys, like I have never had more than $10,000 in my bank account. And the reason why I'm talking about money, some people might think, oh, like Caleb's bragging. You're bragging, bro. Like you're showing your finances. Or you're talking about how much money you have. Guys, like I should have a lot more. Like there's nothing to brag about. Like having 100 grand after being 7 years in business is not good. But I'm sharing this with you because that's my story. I just didn't make money for 7, 8 years. And in the past 7 months, 8 months, I've made the most money I've ever made in my entire life. I've made more money in the past 7 months than I did in the past 7 years. And I was still in business the past 7 years. The reason why I bring that up again is that I truly believe after reflecting on this, anyone can truly win in life. Like I just made an Instagram story. I'm the guy that failed high school, right? And had to go to summer school. I'm the guy that dropped out of college. I'm the guy that got arrested multiple times. I'm the guy that was addicted to smoking weed. I was hanging around the wrong people. I was arrested multiple times. I dropped out of college. I was broke. I got a DUI. I started a business in 2017, 2018. I started another business in 2020. All of them failed. I went 100 grand in debt in 2022. 2022, I was 100 grand in debt. I thought, like, dude, that was it. Like, I was like, dude, 100 grand in debt. Like, I'm never gonna get out of this situation. The other night, I was listening to Ty Lopez, and he was talking about how he talks about how most people, they can go their entire lives having things happen to them, and they will just be a victim, right? Like they won't change. They'll be like, oh, I'm 100 grand in debt. Like that's the end of my life. If you guys look at Bed Bath and Beyond, the CFO jumped out of a building and killed himself because the company failed. And I'm not saying I'm like near in that situation, but like I could have easily at 100 grand been discouraged, a victim, and I was a victim for a little bit. But if I gave up, I would have never been able to record this video right now to tell you guys that I finally feel like I'm making progress, right? I have made progress. Like not even feel like I've made progress financially. And so no matter where you are in a journey, right? If you have your first 10,000, you have your first 30,000, you have your first 50,000, if you're watching this, I want you to know that you can win. I am rooting you on. There's no one else other than me. Like I should have lost. So if I won, if I'm on my path to winning, right? I don't think having 100 grand in your bank account is winning just yet, but I'm on a path to make 5 million in my bank account, 10 million in my bank account, like have that saved in my bank account. So if you're watching this and you feel like you're failing, I feel you, bro. I feel you because I was in that situation for 7 years, and no one else will know the things that you have to go through. That's the thing. Like even my family members or even my friends, I don't think they understand how hard it was, and it's impossible because you only will know how much you've gone through, right? Everyone has their own story of like what they have to go through in order to win. But whatever that story is for you, I believe that you can do it. I believe you can win, and I hope that you win. And I'm cheering you on. And that's all. Like when I was reflecting, that's all I want my story to be. I just want my story to be there was this underdog, shy Asian, broke Asian kid that had nothing going for him. If you ask anybody that went to high school with me, they would have all told you Caleb was a bad kid. He's going to go to jail. He's going to go XYZ. And the fact that I met God, I financially I changed my situation. I'm able to take care of my family, the people around me. I'm able to build a following online. I'm able to travel the world. I'm going to Bali this month. Like all of these things, it completely changed my life around. I'm a completely different person. And the thing is, it's so hard to see yourself change, like truly change as a person in a few months or even 1 year, 2 years. But when you expand the time horizon of how much you've changed, like if you actually think about who you were 2, 3, 5 years ago, you would be astonished. You would be surprised how much you've actually changed if you just expand the horizon, the time horizon. So I encourage you, if you guys are watching this, go back to my old lives, my old video, even go back to my old videos. Go to the oldest video and see who I was. And I promise you, you'll see a different man. I came a long way. And I only share that because I know, because I've gone through so much change in 5, 7, 8 years. I know that for anybody that you can tell me that you're a felon. You could tell me that you have $0 in your bank account. You could tell me that you have $5 in your bank account or $10,000 in your bank account. I still believe anybody can win as long as you show up, right? And that's the journey. Like the journey is to continue showing up, continue putting the work, continue believing in yourself, and you will win. That's all I have to say. That's all I wanted to say. I hope the best for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.